This is House Flipper Remastered Collection. We're here on the PlayStation 5, specifically the PlayStation 5 Pro. Be sure to like the video. Subscribing is great as well. So, a while back, we were introduced to the magic of, well, House Flipper, which is kind of an interesting simulation game where you're kind of doing, well, cozy house flipping. Time has passed. Simulation games have come and gone, but now we return to a bundled compilation of content and a remastered offering for House Flipper. This game is actually kind of entertaining, kind of fun. This is an interesting remaster as it does make some stuff look a bit better, and some stuff you're kind of like, okay, that's interesting as far as like performance and whatnot kind of goes. So you can play the game from the perspective of, well, okay, I want to go in, I want to be serious about this, I want to do work, I want to build up. That's what we're doing right now. We are doing something where it's like, okay, you know, I've got to go do jobs and everything like that, and you got to slowly work your way up. So there's also a mode where it's more like a sandbox, where you just go in and you have the budget, you have the time, and the openness to do whatever you want. And you get to choose that right off the bat, and you can be like, okay, this is what I want to do. And then you go in and you start going around doing that kind of thing.
I can't believe he would.
So, like I said, this game's been updated, improved visuals, more content, voice acting. It's flipping, just way better, is what they say. New faces, full voice acting, a reimagined narrative that adds charm to it. Renovating has never been so personal. So that's kind of what it is. It's like if you played this prior and you're coming back, this experience will, you know, feel fresh, I guess, to you to a degree. Like, it'll be familiar, but it'll look better, and well, I guess in theory the idea was it would run better, but yeah, in general the goal is to enhance your experience if you had witnessed the magic of this game prior. And like, it was a fun kind of thing. Like, I remember actually pretty fondly go to sleep, that's funny, just sleep in this bed that we're flipping. Yeah, I actually kind of remember fondly playing this and being like, okay, this is kind of cool, you know? Doing all these odd jobs, everything like that, was kind of a thing I would say that you were kind of doing at the time, right? I was making jokes that I was doing so many odd end jobs, and I have since too, as far as, you know, videos on all these different simulation games where you're cleaning things and you're adjusting things, and yeah, that's kind of what this is. And you just go and you're like, all right, let's clean up the mess, let's get this house into a good state, and let's flip it all. So you get some, you know, DLC content, you get a sort of full package of the game, and they've aimed to just kind of like, you know, enhance the experience a bit is their general goal, and so forth. And 25% faster cleaning, I think I'll take that. So it goes by a lot faster. And then you just kind of build up and you become more and more proficient at this. And, you know, part of it's like doing the decorating, the setting up of the environments, and it really depends on how you go about playing this experience. Now, from a technical standpoint, this could definitely be a bit better. Just like visually, it looks okay. So, being here on the Pro, I was kind of expecting a bit more performance. So you can change your currency. I changed it to Canadian, obviously. I had to adjust the sensitivity by default. It's at 0.65, but I actually had to bump it up to 0.75 because it felt way too slow. So there are some controller stuff, but there's actually like a couple of visual options. So we got effects, motion blur if you want that on, fog, ambient occlusion, and then there's the graphics. So it's got FSR on it at 65% by default. So you can turn off the FPS limit, but for whatever reason the game seems to run kind of like worse, if that makes sense, or slower. Like its screens tears like crazy, which mean makes sense, right? You're kind of not having it capped, I guess, but it doesn't really seem to run better. Like, I guess in theory, maybe it'll be more of a PS6 thing. It should, in theory, take you up to like 120 FPS, I guess, if you had the right scenario, but it doesn't really seem to do that. It just seems to really slow down your sensitivity movement for some reason and stuff, and it's just, yeah, it's kind of weird. So I wouldn't really recommend doing that as an option, because it is odd. So by default, like I said, 65%, so we can go to, 33% for FSR. You can see how that immediately changes like the visuals of the game, and it looks, it looks a lot worse like that. And then there is also the option to turn off FSR and kind of run it natively. And then here you can actually see that the movement kind of goes back to a little bit normal, but the performance is just like absolutely tanking, and it's just too demanding, I guess, of a game. I guess it's like it's rendering like a full neighborhood and stuff, and the textures and that are all fancy and whatnot, but it's like, yeah. So we're just gonna put the FPS limit on, and we're just gonna kind of be like, So yeah, like I guess it would be, well, it depends on what you're doing. You're doing native resolution or FSR. With FSR, obviously, it's temporal, 4K at 60 FPS, and then you can choose to go with the native route too, I guess, but it's not gonna run great. But we're gonna show FSR and 33% with the FPS limit. And it's not bad, but it looks awful. So I actually think that 65% is probably your best bet. We're going to do 100%. There's also an FOV option. And it's like the Pro should be helping a bit more. Like, I don't think this one is necessarily too bad at 100%. Like, remember the default here would be more for like a base PS5, right? The 65% there. So, like, I don't know, I think you could kind of get away with bumping it up to maybe 100% with the FSR applied, but I would, it depends on your performance tolerance and, just relatively, your comfort level with how it's kind of running and stuff like that. But I think, it gives you options, which I think is really, really great. Use tool modifier. I didn't want to really sit down. Can I pull out my hands again? There we go, bam. The radiator. Where is this radiator? Item duplicator, item modifier. Remove trash. Is this trash? Or is this not the radiator? Remove bathroom. 76% of the job. What exactly am I missing here? 0 out of 1 radiator. It wants me to add a radiator? Is that what it wants me to do? Is the idea is is like, yeah, we've got like a thing here that's not really working. Yeah, we need to buy it, don't we? Installations. Urinal plumbing system. Heating. Radiator. We gotta build it. If you build it, they will come. I guess in this circumstance, if you build it, they will have heat. Whoever they are. Wherever they are. Whenever they are. Okay, so what exactly am I missing? Remove trash? I'm not seeing what kind of trash I'm missing. I mean, yeah, I guess the carpet looks a little dirty. Remove trash. Oh, there's like toilet rolls here. Is this like a COVID kind of context mention here? Remove trash. What other trash could there possibly be? Oh. I found you. Okay, is there anything else I'm missing? Completed. And then there's trash here. Like where? Oh, right there? Okay. 100% done. That's because I'm the greatest house flipper ever. No, I'm just kidding. I'm a filthy casual. That looks awful. Why is it so low res? That looks like FSR applied to like 500p. That looks like something that was shot off of like the Switch. Seriously, like visually, that's awful. I love cooking. What does that have to do with anything? Is that my character? Oh, here you can be a witness to different types of love. Help newlyweds renovate their place. Help someone express their love of coffee. Charming characters and individuals that you'll meet along the way. In a game that will blow your mind. Fun for everyone that loves house flipping. At least my broom is very versatile. Clean these Silent Hill-like walls that are going on here. Is this even cleaning this? The browser. I could buy a brand new house. Wait, was that Mars? House? Oh, House on the Moon. $650,000. Woo! Lovely. What I've always wanted. Cleaning the garage. I will clean this woman's garage. It's kind of a lot of busy work. I guess a remaster, it's not bad. I guess I'd have to actually really sit there and swap between the two of them as far as like really seeing the differences. It's more about like this is
My husband is
kind of like a definitive edition of the game, I guess.
as you can plainly see.
Like it's remastered, right? Like it looks better and stuff. Like if I did side-by-sides with my video from back in the day or did a comparison kind of clip to this, you'd be like, okay, yeah, no, this is better. Why is there a dog in here? I will pet. Kind of annoying that she would just leave this dog here. Do I claim this dog? Like, is he like a freebie that comes with this or something? Can I put him to work where he's cleaning for me? I always thought the idea of having a dog with like a battle pack, you know, they have those like packs they can wear dogs, and have him like carry your water for you, I thought would be genius. That's always what I thought would be like one of the most helpful things a dog could do is like on walks is like be a bit of a pack mule for my water bottle. I'm sure if Doggo would be okay with that. Be like, I ain't holding your water. Be like, Doggo, come on. I thought we were cool. But yeah, this is the game. You just, you know, deal with junk. Clean stuff. Flip stuff. It's kind of a game of cleaning if you really think about it. That's exactly what it is. It's all about cleaning stuff. 50% cleaning. A good mop, an ultra mop. I need to clean faster. These bikes are actually probably worth a bit. Can't believe I missed that skid mark there. What a weird job I live. Or job I have in life I live. Here's me, just back at it, flipping stuff. You know, I never would have thought that there'd actually be a remaster to this. Like, obviously, they continued the world of, you know, this universe. Obviously, there's been more house flipping, but yeah, I didn't think I'd be going back to seeing this remastered. But I guess it has been a while. You know, the years, they catch up on you faster as you get older, I tell you. You turn your head and you're like, whoa. Okay, clean dirt, clean the window. Yeah, I feel like these are all tasks that I did in the previous video, but that was like several years ago. It does look better. It definitely does look better. But at what cost? I guess it's more if you just want more textures and kind of like a complete package of this game, like a definitive package of this. This is basically what this is. Where's the dirt? Am I supposed to go into the rest of her house? Well, allegedly there's more dirt somewhere. I just don't see it. There's a fly. I don't want this to be like... What was that called? That fly episode in the... Whoa! Breaking Bad there, where they're looking for the fly forever. Remember that? The fly episode? Wait, the painting things are disgusting? I had no idea. This Dodge will look way better. Are they allowed to show off pictures of things like this? I just wonder that, because that is a Dodge. I finished the job. I am house flipping remastered. Whoa, do I get to keep the dog there, or did I just like accidentally choose not to take the dog and the dog's just gonna be left there forever? At least I'm making money and cleaning up my life, kind of. Sort of, you know, it's a work in progress. I guess it would have been kind of cool to just, like, you know, done the quick mode where you could do a bunch of different stuff. But I guess it's good if you remember the starting stuff and then you want to see it look better than it did. I wonder how many years it's actually been since the first house flipper experience came out. Probably actually scare me if I looked into it, so I probably really shouldn't.
How to go about it if those were dental fillings.
That's great, Ellie. So what am I doing? I've unlocked a new tool, the garden hose. It's time to make this garden awesome. The skill of a gardener. That's what I'm talking about. Because flipping houses isn't enough. Now I need to flip yards. It will change my life forever. I think it's the type of job you farm out to someone else, but you know, you gotta do out-end jobs if you want to own a house on the moon for some reason. I don't know what that would do for you, but it's cool.